They're going in that. Okay. So, alright guys, what's up? Slowly But Surely Productions here. We are coming at you with a kind of a little bit of a vlog, I guess you could say. What we are going to be talking about today is my Crossfire. And we are going to be talking about 3 things I hate about it and 3 things that I love about it. That's what we're gonna do. So here we go. One of the things I absolutely hate about this car is the cheap crap interior. I understand there's probably gonna be Crossfire owners that completely disagree with me, which I have no idea why you would disagree, but the stock interior on these cars are cheap and just crappy. Everything breaks on the same. I mean, look right now, you see this? The interior is great now because I have racing seats, I have the racing steering wheel, I made a custom gauge pot, and I ripped out all the interior. Like, there's no carpet, there's nothing here, it's all in the back, everything's gone, just ripped out. And now I love the interior because it's in full race car mode now, but literally everything breaks. Jake can attest to that because, like, right now, I know you guys can't really see. I literally just ripped out my entire, like, this. It's gone. Like, I want to pull this out, but I can't. It literally just comes out. Like, I can rip everything out and just. Oh yeah, and I got a custom shift knob and shift boot, so like now the interior is nice. But we plan to, and I mean, if you guys want to watch, we have interior gutting videos here. And here, right there, those 2 spots, you can go and watch those right now. We're also gonna take the door panels out and do something else with that. Since this is gonna be like a full-blown race car or autocross car, none of this is really necessary. Especially that the speaker area, plastic, everything is just coming out. All right, the interior just sucks. That is one of the biggest pet peeves that I had about this car, but it's okay now, so we're good to go. So the second thing I hate about this car is how do I put it, the lack of companies that make modifications and how pricey it is to mod this car. So I am a huge fan of Needs Wings performance products. I know a lot of you have heard of them. Needs Wings is a performance company that does things for the Caliber and Neon SRT4s. They do stuff for the Mercedes and the Crossfire. And with their Crossfire line of products, it's more expensive because there isn't a huge market for people modifying their Crossfires. It's a unique build. So, but the performance parts they make are incredible and great quality. It's just super expensive and it can be a pain, especially that I did an internship this summer that was not paid. It was a great experience, but I was not able to do anything to my car like at all this summer, which sucked, but that's just part of it. So, and not only is it pricey, it is hard to find mods for this car in general. A lot of the mods you do, you buy universal kits and you just basically customize whatever universal thing you're doing to fit the Crossfire. What's actually nice though is a lot of the mods and parts from the SLK 320 and 230 Mercedes fits the Chrysler Crossfire. But again, it's Mercedes, so it's still expensive either way. So like I was saying, basically like with modifications and stuff, it's hard to find, it's expensive, and everything you do is usually custom. So many of the things we did on this car are custom. Like the front splitter, completely custom. I mean, most people that do splitters anyways, and aero is custom anyways, but I'm just saying in general. And like I said about the SLK, the steering wheel hub that's connecting to the quick release and steering wheel is from an SLK, and so are the seat brackets, but they literally fit perfectly into the Crossfire. So all in all, it's just, that's one thing I hate, is how like expensive it can be. And I do like doing custom things, but when everything is custom, it takes a lot longer and it can be difficult, but that's just part of it. So this motor is a 3.2 liter V6, and like I said, it's a Mercedes car with a Chrysler badge on it. I love the V6, I do. And obviously there's an SRT6 version of the Crossfire, which is pushing like over 300 something from the factory, and that's awesome, but those break down all the time from what I hear. So any of the SRT6 people that see this, don't yell at me, don't hate. I'm telling you from what I hear, that is something that happens with the SRT6s, is they break down a lot. But anyways, with this V6, it's not that it's not slow, but it's not fast. And I feel like it upsets me sometimes. I feel like they could have done more, put more power into this motor for it being a V6 in such a light car. I won't lie, it's got torque, don't get me wrong. I mean, you punch it first to second, I mean, and off the line, I always get my buddies off the line, and that's true. At higher end, it kind of seems to drop off. I mean, I eventually want to do a turbo kit for this, and then it will be pushing a lot more power, obviously. But the thing is, just stock though, I wish it had just more power in general for the V6 that it is. I mean, right now I have a Needs Wings oil catch can, which definitely helped the throttle response. Absolutely did. And then I have the Needs Wings dual cooler intake with the K&N Extreme filters, and that has helped as well. And with all the interior gutting that we did, it's definitely lighter. So it's definitely faster than it was, and I enjoy the power that it has, but it definitely, to me, it needs more. And like I said, I just wish they did more with this being a Mercedes V6 motor. I wish it could stay up with like a 350Z or a Genesis Coupe and stuff like that. Now we need to move on to the things I love. So the first thing I want to talk about that I absolutely love on this car is the cornering. On stock suspension, when I first got this, I realized this car, it gets made fun of all the time in the car scene, but it was built and meant to be an autocross or track car. That's what I truly believe, because of how well it corners. I take corners so quickly, and it just plants. I mean, obviously the tires help, and I have iBox springs now that we installed, which helps even more. With these Nitto Invo tires and the iBox springs, this thing is planted to the ground every time I corner. That's why I want this to be a track or autocross car. That is the whole process of what I am doing with this car. And it's just incredible. Coming off and on ramps for the expressway is so much fun. And then back roads that are all windy, I love doing that. It's so much fun. This car is made for it. I do plan to go either get the Coney struts or shocks to go with the iBox springs, and get the upgraded sway bars and everything for that, so it will handle even better. But right now that's not in the budget. I got other things that I got to do first, and I might do a full ground control coilover system. So we'll see. You guys got to stay tuned, and we'll see what happens with this car. The next thing that I love about this car is how unique it is. When I say unique, I'm not talking about exactly like the look of the car, because like I said, this car is very hated in the car scene just because it's a Chrysler Crossfire. But it is unique in general. Not very many people, and when I say not very many people, I know there are Crossfire people that I know through Instagram and stuff that do mod their Crossfires, but in general, not very many people that have Crossfires do what I am doing to this. I mean, you see 350Zs, Miatas, BRZs, S2000s, those kind of coupe cars are always, that's huge in the car scene. You always see people doing stuff like that. And I could have got one of those, but I saw potential in this car. And where I'm at with it now, I never thought I would be. And I am just super happy with it. And I do get some hate from it, but for the most part, a lot of people come up to me and they're just like, what? Like, this is a Crossfire, this is awesome, this is insane. And that makes me feel good, and I love it. So like I said, the uniqueness is just a huge plus and a huge love that I have for this car. And just like to finish off with uniqueness, it's not that I don't like how the car looks. I don't really like how they look stock. That's why we rolled and pulled the fenders. We put spacers. We have the splitter. We're getting an APR wing for it. We're doing all the side splitters, the diffusers. It's a whole thing process that's being done to it, and I just love how the car is transforming. So it is unique, and I love it. The third and final thing, even though there's a lot more things I do like, but we're just doing 3 today, is the sound of the car. I absolutely love the sound of the V6 in these Crossfires. Even from the factory, just stock, they have a nice, I don't want to say growl because that sounds weird, but they have a nice tone to them in general. Right now, I'm running a Flowmaster exhaust system, and it's just, it sounds so mean when you rev it or when you're on it. It's that crisp V6 sound. I do want to get a muffler delete with this Flowmaster exhaust system just for it to be a little louder. I think it'll sound a lot better, and I've heard, I think 1 or 2 videos with the muffler taken out, and I think it'll just sound even more mean, and I'm super excited to do that. And then there's also the Needs Wings cat delete pipes. I've heard 1 Crossfire with them, and it sounds wicked. I want to get there's, like I said, they're super expensive though, but I really want them because it will make this bad boy sound so mean. So the sound is definitely one that I like. So and if to end this video, you're actually gonna hear watch some flybys and hear the sound of the Crossfire. So check it out right now, and then we'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy. Oh, ha. 20 job, and I like it. I think I can. It's my job. It's fucking
Alright, you gotta
Ducko.
start.
Alright.
Started.
Alright, guys. Even though, whatever. Newer cars, Bob. Ah! I know those are the 3. Those are. Ah! Ah! Those are the 3 things. I can't remember.